Welcome back. You're watching HFO TV. HFO TV is co-sponsored by J.R. Johnson LLC, specialists in multifamily restoration and repair work. Gantry Incorporated, the nation's largest independent mortgage banking firm.
So now we're talking here end of June. We had an interesting session in Salem with, the walkout, and then they came back and there was a mad rush for the last week, which, Sunday, of getting these bills through. So maybe we can talk a little bit about some of the ones that, some we've kind of been tracking. SB 611, which was the rent cap deal, bill that went, did go through. There were some modifications to it. The original, I think, was 3% plus CPI, and it went back now to 7% plus CPI, but no more than 10.
Right.
They kept the 15-year exemption, and I think they tried to increase the kind of like the relocation fee to 3 months. I think it went back to a month.
Yeah, I mean, look, we have Democrat majorities down there, and even our friends in the Democratic caucus can only temper some of the demands that these housing advocates the tenant advocates are making. And again, I think ultimately the agenda for the tenant advocates works to the detriment of tenants, because what it does is it ensures that there's limited supply, because nobody wants to put up with all this bureaucracy. And if somebody wants to build new units, they'd rather build them in another jurisdiction, not here. But you can't convince them of that. So all we can do is watch them go 10 steps forward, and then we try to pull them 5 steps back. And that's basically what happened all session long. Senate Bill 611 ended up, frankly, we were hopeful that it was going to fail, because it was put at risk when the Republicans walked out for a month. But ultimately, we ended up with a situation where immediately upon signing, so that'll probably happen within the next few days, no rent increases more than once in any 12-month period. But the normal rule is if there is a for-cause termination, then what I'm going to tell you later will apply. To me, what we've learned here is just don't do no-cause terminations. There's always a cause anyway. So do a for-cause termination. If you do a no-cause termination, you're going to run the risk of potential unit control as opposed to rent control. In the normal case, though, rents cannot be raised more than once per year, and they cannot increase by more than 7 plus CPI.
Capped at 10.
Whichever is less. So then they pass some additional restrictions on what they call publicly supported housing. And this is primarily light.
And then before we go to, I got one question on, so do you think, John, that we're going to be every 2 years opening it up the 611 and having negotiations on CPI rent? You think, okay, so this is an ongoing battle. I wouldn't say battle, but ongoing negotiation we're going to be having every other year.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our entire office specializes in multifamily real estate, making HFO the largest multifamily brokerage in the Pacific Northwest. Your success is our passion. Build your legacy with HFO. Call 503-241-5541 or visit our website at hfore.com for more information.